Hey, my name is D.A. Myers, and I am the lead web developer and ad strategist here at Myers Marketing. And I wanted to talk to you for a quick second about SEO companies, what they are, what do they do, this hot topic of a word, SEO. What is it even? Are they just sitting at their computer hacking code and writing and all kinds of gibberish whenever they do this? For people that are in the know, they know exactly what SEO is, but for a lot of the people that aren't in SEO daily, it's just kind of this big question mark, what's behind the veil. And so while this video isn't going to get into every single aspect, I do want to give you a little bit of a brief overview. So SEO, obviously, when you look at the definition, it is anything that you do to your website that improves the quantity and quality of people that are visiting your website, and specifically the efforts in regards to search engines like Google. And so anything that you're doing on your website, whether that's on-page, off-page, technical SEO, lots of different avenues that you can get into for SEO, but search engine optimization. We are optimizing for search engines. And so when you go out and you hire an SEO company or an SEO agency, there are certain things that they're going to do. Number one, they're going to do a whole lot of research, right? SEO is as individualized as the number of businesses that there are out there. You can have two different HVAC companies that take vastly different approaches to SEO because of what they are trying to rank for, what they are trying to show up in Google for. And so they're going to start with a whole bunch of research. The second thing that they're going to typically do is they're going to start planning. They've done their research portion. Now we're going to get into the planning stage. We can't just shoot from the hip here. This has got to be something, number one, that's long-term, but number two, that we're not duplicating our efforts. That's actually something called keyword cannibalism. If you try to rank for the same keyword in multiple different places on your website, you're actually trying to rank against yourself, which does not make a whole lot of sense if you're trying to win one position and everything is bringing that one down. So there's got to be a plan. It's got to be built out. It is long-term. This is not something that you do for 30 days and all of a sudden you're at the top of every single Google search that there is. There are ways that you can speed it up and really focus in. There's a lot of work that goes into it. Typically, SEO is a much longer game for your business and for your website. Beyond that, once they've got the plan in place, then they're going to start execution. And what this looks like can be vastly different depending on what existing stuff you have for your company on your website. If your website was built back in the 80s, they are typically going to rebuild it from the ground up. That's going to be step one, and all of a sudden you're going to see your website pop up and it's going to be completely different. SEO practices in the 80s and 90s and even the 2000s are vastly different than what they are today. And so they're going to look at your website, they're going to make changes to it. So they can be visual changes. Is your website loading faster? That's a part of SEO. Are there some words that are bolded throughout the page? Why are they bolded? Well, that's actually to help Google recognize that those are particular keywords on your page that you want people to focus on. And Google actually recognizes those bold words and they bring that into the search engine results. Same thing with your headers. They might change the wording just a little bit, and they might have 5 different sizes of headers. Well, there's a reason for that. There's a reason that there's an H1, which is the most important header of your entire page. Then there's an H2, but you might have multiple H2s throughout your page, and so on and so forth, all the way down to H5s. Anyways, the visual changes are something that you can see as a business owner on your website. You can see little tiny tweaks that are being made. All of these are for the benefit of SEO. And again, all of them are incredibly strategized. If you just go into a website and go into a web page and start tweaking things because you think it looks better, there are companies out there that do that, unfortunately, that has massive SEO repercussions. Something that is not going to be good for your business. You will drop in rankings greatly, especially if you're getting someone to redo the design of your website without them focusing on SEO. This is one of the biggest things that we run into in our agency, is that someone has had their website redone, or they're wanting their website redone, and they don't understand that if you change the code, the underlying code of a website, and don't have SEO in mind, you will drop in rankings and you will get less visitors. If you have it in mind and you continue over the existing SEO strategy and then start tweaking, Google likes to see constant change, not drastic change all at once. So these are just some of the things. I could go on for 5 hours just really focusing in on all of the different pieces, but I wanted to give you kind of an idea of when you sign up with a company for SEO services. I'm writing this check. What are they even doing? They should be providing you with reports. That you should be getting a report that says, hey, here are the search keywords that you actually ranked for and that people clicked on and got onto your website. If they are able to see, hey, these are all of the conversions that we got off of these particular keywords, that's going to be even better, because you can actually see the dollar amount that is coming in based off of the work that they are doing as well. And so all of these different things, from research all the way to the reporting, these are things that your SEO company or agency should be doing. And you should be checking in on this. This is not an inactive process where you just sit back and let the bucks roll in. This is an interactive and back and forth partnership between you and your SEO agency. And so, yeah, take a look at it and make sure that your SEO agency is doing great things. If not, or if you don't have one, we'd love to work with you. We'd love to partner with you and really get to know your business wherever that might be, whether it's here in Oklahoma or in a completely different state. We'd love to talk with you and talk SEO.